Welcome students to my class Accountancy Simplified. In today's class, we shall discuss the topic mode of preparation of travelers. In my earlier classes, I have already discussed the definition of travelers, the importance of making preparation of travelers, the utilities and the limitations of travelers. Today, once again, I am repeating the definition of travelers. What is travelers? Travelers is simply a statement containing ledger balances obtained from general ledger and cash book, prepared with a view to ascertain the arithmetical accuracy of the books of accounts as maintained by the bookkeeper. Travelers is not part and parcel of the accounting system. You can go without making preparation of travelers, but nowadays, with huge volume of transactions and number of heads of accounts, it has become a part of the system. Still, it is not mandatory. You cannot tell it a part and part integral system of the accounting. Travelers is not an integral system or part of the accounting system. But what it helps in understanding whether the books of accounts is arithmetically okay, and it assembles all the ledger accounts in a simple sheet of account statement, which helps in preparation of annual accounts and balance sheet. Now we shall learn in this class the mode of preparation of trial balance. I have already discussed in my earlier class the rules regarding preparation of trial balance. Trial balance accommodates all the ledger balances under real account, personal account and nominal account. We know the golden rules of each and every account. What is the golden rules of real account? What comes in debit, what goes out credit, it represents the debit balances. What is the golden rules of nominal account? All expenses are incomes, all expenses and losses are debit, and all incomes and gains are credit. Expenditure represents debit balance and income represents credit balance. What is the golden rules of personal account? What comes in debit and what goes out credit? Personal account may have either debit balance or credit balance, depending on the nature of activities of that particular account. In case of debtors, it represents the debit balance, and in case of creditors, it represents credit balance. In case of liabilities, it will represent credit balance. And always keep in mind that all provisions and reserves represents credit balances excepting provision for discount and creditors. Note it down. This is very important. All reserves and provisions represents credit balances excepting provision for discount on creditors. Another important point to be noted, that closing stock. What is closing stock? The stock unsold at the end of the day or the end of the period or on the balance sheet date never comes in trial balance generally until unless purchase account is adjusted. If purchase account is adjusted at the time of preparation of trial balance, only then purchase account will appear in closing stock will appear along with purchase account in trial balance. Otherwise, it will never appear in trial balance. If there is a problem with value of closing stock, you will simply put a note beneath the trial balance that closing stock has not been considered in preparation of trial balance, as closing stock has the purchase account has not yet been adjusted. Now I have given a problem in this board for preparation of trial balance. Prepare a trial balance as on 31st March 21 from the following ledger balances. What are the balances? Purchase account 60,000, land 50,350, capital account 13,000, returns inward 1,500, furniture account 10,350, and creditors 30,000. Debtors rupees 40,000, wages rupees 1,500, salaries rupees 2,500, rent rupees 500, interest received rupees 1,500, provision for bad debt rupees 500, advertisement rupees 2,000, bad debt rupees 300, sales rupees 1,24,000, closing stock 10,000. I have already made solution of this problem in the left hand side. You can now follow what I have done. These are format of the trial balance. You can also make another format showing credit and debit in this side and name of account in a single side, showing the debit balance and credit balance in the respective columns on the basis of the nature of ledger balances. Now we shall. I have showing you how I have done these trial balance from the given ledger balances. Purchase account represents belongs to nominal account. It presents expenses. So I have shown it in the debit side of the trial balance with the value 60,000. Land is real account. It is asset. It represents the debit balance. It has been shown in the debit side with the value as given 50,350. Capital account is personal account. It represents the liability of the firm or business. So it is shown in the credit side of the trial balance. Next one is returns inward. What is returns inward? Returns inward is sales return. Sales means income. Sales return is deduction of income. That's why it has been shown in the debit side. Sales returns inward 1,500. Next one is furniture. Furniture is asset. It represents debit balance. So furniture has been shown in the debit side with the value 10,350. The next one is creditors. Creditors is personal account. As it is liability, it is shown in the credit side of trial balance with value 30,000. The next one is debtors. Debtors is personal account. What is debtors? Debtors means customers to whom goods are sold on credit. It represents the debit balances. So it shows in the debit side of the trial balance. The next one is wages. Wages belongs to nominal account. It is expenses, and as per nominal account, all expenses and losses debit. That's why wages has been shown in the debit side of the trial balance. The next one is salaries. Salaries also belongs to nominal account. Nominal account represents expenses and expenses represents the debit balance. So salaries have been shown in the debit side with the value of rupees 2,500. The next one is rent. Rent also belongs to nominal account. It is expenses, and according to nominal account, all expenses and losses debit. So rent is shown in the debit side of trial balance. The next one is interest received. Interest received also belongs to nominal account. It is income, so it is according to nominal account, all incomes and gains are credit. So interest received shown in the credit side of trial balance with the value 1,500. The next one is provision for bad debt. I've already told all provisions and reserves represents credit balance. So provision for bad debt has been shown in the credit side with the value of rupees 500. And the next one is advertisement. Advertisement is also an expenditure and belongs to nominal account. As per nominal account, all expenses debit. So advertisement is shown in the debit side with the value of rupees 2,000. The next one is bad debt. What is bad debt? Amount which proves irrecoverable or unrealizable from debtors is called bad debt. It is simply loss, and according to nominal account, all losses are debit. So bad debt has been shown in the debit side. Now the next item is sales. Sales is income, belongs to nominal account, and according to nominal account, all incomes and gains are credit. So shown in the credit side, sales account is shown in the credit side with the value 1,24,000. Now clothing stock. I have already told clothing stock will not appear in these trial balance because purchase account has not been adjusted. Had it been adjusted, it has been written as purchase account within the bracket adjusted. Then we should take trial balance along with purchases in the trial balance. As it is not adjusted purchase account, we would not take clothing stock in trial balance. Simply we should put a note underneath trial balance that clothing stock of rupees 10,000 has not been considered as purchase account is yet to be adjusted. Now I have casted the both sides debit and credit, and the total comes to 1,69,000, and this is 1,69,000. Both sides tallied, and it indicates that the bookkeeper has at least arithmetically maintained the books of accounts okay. It is clear that books of accounts is arithmetically okay. Simply this, because in spite of agreement of travelers, some errors remains in the travelers, which are errors of omission, errors of commission, errors of misposting, errors of principal, and compensating errors. I shall discuss in details of these errors in later classes. So this is all for today. Before I conclude my lecture, I would request all my listeners and subscribers and unsubscribers who are yet to subscribe my channel to please subscribe my channel and share my channel so that it could reach a larger section of the students for the better understanding of the concept accountancy and the travelers as well. Thank you. Goodbye.